Today we're going to be looking at the Miles Morales versus Static Death Battle. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. If you are new, I make videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at noon all about cosplay unboxings, reviews, reaction videos, funny videos. Those are my favorite videos to make, so if you want to see any of those, make sure you leave this video a thumbs up first, and also click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all future videos. If you want to see the unboxing of this suit, I'll be sure to leave a little card thing up here, as well as a link in the description below. But let's get into this video. It is the Miles Morales versus Static Death Battle. If you are unsure of what a death battle is, basically they take two characters that have similar sort of characteristics, and then they battle them against each other. Along with that, they go into an entire in-depth backstory, so this is going to be a pretty long video. It's probably going to be about 18 to 20 minutes, but let's get into the video. Alright, let's go. Death battle. Static versus Miles Morales.
Throughout the Earths of Marvel and DC Comics, there are hundreds.
Also, before I get started, I want Miles Morales to win. I don't know too much about Static. I know a very small amount about him, but I'm really hoping that Miles Morales wins. What I want you to do is stop the video right now, comment down below who you think is going to win.
Note thousands of superheroes saving the day. But what if I told you there were even more across the multiverse?
Hell yeah.
Oh great, as if we don't have enough to keep track of already.
Miles Morales, the Spider-Man of Marvel's Earth number 1610.
And Static, the electric genius from DC's Dakotaverse. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
I've only seen him a little
And
bit
it's
in
our
the
job to analyze their
animations.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It's gotta be Miles, right? That makes sense
At
to me.
first glance, the world of Earth 1610 isn't so different from our own. But look closer and you'll find Coca Soda instead of Coca-Cola, PDNY officers instead of NYPD.
Nice.
And a hamburger and fries can cost 30,000 goddamn dollars. What?
But perhaps the greatest
No,
difference in
thank
this
you.
so-called Ultimate Universe was that Peter Parker, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, was dead.
It's so sad. He was so young.
Enter Miles Morales. He was your typical kid from Brooklyn and didn't have much to worry about except his overbearing mom and
He's only 13? And he's Spider-Man? I thought he was 16 or maybe 18. That's crazy. 13. That's oh my god. Jesus.
Dad. Hey kid, appreciate your folks while you have them. You never know when they're gonna pull a surprise Uncle Ben.
Well, Miles spent most of his time with his more laid-back Uncle Aaron, who turned out to be a secret supercriminal.
Totally
Prowler.
relatable. Anyway, during one of his heists
Honestly, Prowler in Spider-Verse movie, it's a beautiful design. Absolutely amazing.
into a secret lab, Aaron accidentally scooped up a spider. The
Also, those are just Deadpool lenses.
next time Miles visited, the spider got loose and, you know what happens.
Wait, what happens?
Miles, let's go.
This spider
Mood.
carried the genetic enhancing Oz formula, yet another attempt to recreate Captain America's infamous super soldier serum. It had previously transformed Peter Parker into the first Spider-Man.
Wait a minute, who came up with the idea to store the super serum in a friggin' spider?
Scientists can be weird sometimes.
Maybe.
My theory is that that's the only creature that survived. They tried multiple things, and a spider was the only thing that was able to adapt to it. That's why it was in a spider.
Next time, put it in something that can't walk away. It's got 8 legs. That's like 4 times more walking power.
Sure.
true.
Either way, with
That
his
is
new
correct
powers,
math.
Miles donned red and black to become the ultimate Spider-Man.
As the newest spider lad on the block, he does whatever a spider can. He's super strong, super fast,
Alright, let's see. He's got the wall crawling, spider sense, camouflage, spider physiology, bioelectricity, I know that, venom sting, electric webbing, mega venom blast, web shooters, zoom, and he has zoom vision? That's
and has the
wicked.
overpowered super radar,
That's so
the spider
sick.
sense.
After meeting Peter's Aunt May, Miles took up the classic web shooters,
I feel like
complete
if-
with multiple types of long...
I feel like if Miles was a little bit more trained and just had more knowledge under his belt, he'd be able to beat Spider-Man just with his list of abilities. But since he doesn't, I think Peter would win overall. Not that they really have to fight, but yeah, I still think Miles is going to win.
long to short-range webbing.
Yet another tool that would be perfect for snagging a beer from the fridge without leaving the couch.
Got a
Boomstick,
point.
he was a teenager.
Different universe, different drinking laws, right? And also, like Peter, he can stick to
true.
walls.
It could be.
You know, spider style.
Yes, like some spiders, Miles can control his body's interatomic attraction, essentially sticking to walls like a magnet. However, unlike Peter, this subatomic electron manipulation gave Miles a few extra moves of his own.
Yeah, the kid's got electric powers. He
So
can zap
sick.
people with a quick touch, fire off massive explosions, and even turn invisible. Wait, what's that got to do with shocking people?
This venom sting can even take out the
Who knows?
Ultimate Universe's Electro, a being literally made of electricity. But Miles didn't
That's
just
wild.
shock him, he disrupted Electro's own charge.
Okay.
Similar to a miswiring sending too much electricity in one direction and shorting out your computer when somebody forgot to plug it into the surge protector.
See? That right there is why I think he's going to win. If he's able to disrupt Static's electricity, he won't be able to use it. That makes sense to me. He'll overcharge and like overshock himself, and then Miles will be able to finish him off.
Wiz,
that's
you
how it's
know I
gonna
don't
happen.
believe in protection for anything. It's going in raw.
Anyway, as the new Spider-Man, Miles obviously had a lot to live up to. After his Uncle Aaron died in front of him,
Ha! Told you somebody would pull a Ben.
Miles pushed past the heartache. He persisted, living up to Peter's ideals, and eventually stepped out of his shadow to be Spider-Man in a way only he could.
Oh yeah, what's up, Danger? He can
Great
blast
song.
apart a building-sized monster and survived being slammed around by the giant Cassie Lang. That's
Jesus.
Ant-Man's daughter.
He's smart enough to hack military drones and quick enough to destroy an alien device in a microsecond. Essentially, he needed to open and close a portal in an impossibly
That's
short
wild.
time frame to prevent an alien force from invading. It's a long story.
Point is, he's super fast. With his spider sense, he can react to things before they even happen. He's super tough, too. He even survived being caught in this giant super collider exploding.
True.
Measuring the size of this hole using real-world maps of New York and solving for
love this.
fragmentation, we know this explosion must have been equivalent to about 222 tons of TNT.
Sure, that's not technically canon
That's
to
a
the
lot.
comics, but guys, main series Spider-Man has done way crazier things. I mean, he has the same
Yeah.
powers, and Miles has even beat the crap out of him. Classic Pete can bench press 130 tons, use his spider sense
That's
to dodge
wild.
beams of light, and ripped apart Doc Ock's robo-arms, which once survived a 2-kiloton nuclear explosion. So I'd say
Jesus Christ. I feel like Captain America hasn't done that, so they've improved the Captain America formula exponentially. That's crazy.
the super collider feat checks out.
Unfortunately, Miles' electric powers can tire him out, and his spider sense does not protect him automatically, serving more as an alarm or proximity sensor.
That's enough.
But the youngins proved himself to be the best successor a Spider-Man could ever want, and more. He even got pulled into the main Marvel timeline when they blew up the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is
Okay.
truly one of the greats.
Don't wash the mouth, wash the hands.
Alright, we're on to Static. I don't know that much about him,
Despite
to be
growing up
honest.
in the most crime-filled neighborhood of Dakota City, Virgil Hawkins was a pretty chill guy.
He spent his time playing D&D, reading comics, you know, typical nerd stuff. But he had one major
I can relate with this guy. We got a lot in common.
problem: the classic sitcom bully. No teenage story is complete without it.
During school, he was frequently harassed by local gang leader Francis.
I'm sorry, that's attempted murder. If someone chucks you 6 to 8 feet across a room, that is attempted murder. That is not allowed. Look at this hair. Look at this Yu-Gi-Oh character hair here. My goodness.
Stone. Virgil's only refuge was one of his few friends, Larry Wade.
Larry convinced Virgil there was only one way to get rid of Francis for good: join his own gang and pack some heat. Things got, well, pretty intense, and Virgil wasn't having any of it. It was time to bail like DC Comics on their cinematic universe.
But the damage was already done. The
That's
police
too
arrived
relatable.
and let loose a massive canister of what seemed to be tear gas, but wasn't.
Yeah, this grape-looking mist was actually some experimental shit. It was supposed to tag each gang member so the cops could track them down later, but it was actually laced with radioactive quantum juice, which killed almost everybody. I
Perfect.
hate it when that happens.
Luckily, Virgil was
Damn quantum juice.
one of the few who survived, but the quantum juice still had an effect.
You could say he was shocked to find out what it did.
So he's a metahuman. He was given his powers. He wasn't born with it. He's a metahuman. Okay.
Yes, he began to develop electromagnetic powers. Before this, Virgil always felt out of his league, but now he was in a league of his own and became the superhero
I remember his little
Static.
like super great. I remember that.
I put a shock to your system.
Hell yeah! With these new powers, the
remember
guy
that,
was
yeah.
unstoppable. He could blow shit up with electric bolts quick as lightning, make explosion balls called Nova Bombs, and taser
Nova
people with
bombs.
punches to the face.
Right, but he's not just good at shocking people. Static can alter the electron attraction of any object or surface. He can erect extremely durable electromagnetic force fields that block most attacks. He can even move metal around like a hip young Magneto.
And slip metal under his feet to take to the sky. His favorite
Yeah, I guess anything metal is his in a sense because he can electrically charge it and then take control of it. I don't think Miles Morales has anything that's metal on him, unless maybe his web shooters, maybe that.
ride is the static saucer, a giant frisbee that doubles as a shield and buzzsaw. Think about it. Don't you wish your car could literally cut through traffic?
Obviously, turning superhuman overnight caught Virgil a bit off guard, but after a few speed bumps, he became a well-regarded superhero throughout the city of Dakota, even teaming up with fellow heroes like Icon and Rocket.
Icon and Rocket? Come on, where's Batman and Wonder Woman?
Oh, I should mention that while Static is part of the DC universe, he did not start there. See, Static was originally created by Milestone Comics, which eventually merged with DC. Their characters, including Static, existed in an alternate timeline known as the Dakotaverse. Then a guy named Dharma gained cosmic power and accidentally blew everything up, sending Static into the main DC timeline. It's really not too complicated.
That is a great way to write someone in, though. That really is.
Uh-huh.
I've actually been working on a device to peer into alternate timelines, but unfortunately it still needs...
Button! Well now, old chap, what were we discussing but a moment ago?
Oh, shite, don't you know? Let's figure out who wins a fatality kerfuffle.
Nice.
Yes, I'm mad as hops. Let's begin, my fellow Ultra Cupidarian.
I regret everything.
Mood.
Oh, I do it again!
No! I'm sure that's fine.
Well, no
This
matter the
destroyed the whole
universe, Static
multiverse
was
right
always
there.
one-upping himself. He learned how to see ultraviolet light and how to make people glow. Wait, what's that got to do with shocking people?
I don't know.
That would be his ability to detect bioelectric auras. Static can also create power-draining plasma coils, disrupt the electrical impulses of others, and empower or heal himself by draining energy from outside sources.
Oh,
He
wow.
can
that's
literally
a huge
reattach
advantage.
his severed arm with shock power.
But can he do it if his head's removed? Because that would be a huge advantage because he would never be able to lose.
I'm not even joking! Look at this! Since when could electricity do that?
Clearly, Static has a lot of power
A lot
at
of
his
control.
beck and call.
He can survive building-sized kabooms, lift hundreds of
94 megawatts at once. Okay, so there is a limit to his power. He alerted the Titan's Tower, matched Superboy's telekinesis. I didn't know Superboy had telekinesis. Dodged a lightspeed laser. He's fast. Holy shit. Melted 2 tons of ice. KO'd the Raven in one zap. Could have been caught off guard, though.
tons, and once
this
turned
is
this
interesting.
huge chunk of ice into slush in just a couple seconds.
Based on the size of the ice and the required change in temperature for such a feat, Static must have output energy equal to 180 tons of TNT.
He's quick enough to intercept lasers
think that was
confirmed to be
less.
beams of actual
That was less than what Miles did. A lot less.
light, which is pretty darn fast.
And in the cartoon, he actually shoved some quantum juice in some lockers and launched them out of orbit. These are typical school lockers, which can weigh up to 30 pounds each.
And fit approximately one nerd.
To throw 3 of these into space, they need to be moving nearly 3,000 times faster than sound, requiring a throwing force equal to 4 kilotons of TNT.
Damn.
Kilotons. I think that was more.
Okay, sure, that's not canon to the comics, but his electromagnetism could play tug of war with Superboy's telekinesis, which can
didn't know
lift
he had
4
that.
million tons. I'm not sure Static can go that far, but if he's anywhere close, it's
didn't know he
still
had that.
higher
That's
than
really
throwing
cool.
some lockers around.
They should make a
So,
Superboy.
despite Static's
battle. That'd be
incredible
wicked.
power, insulators are his kryptonite, and he can run out of juice if he pushes himself too much.
But the guy's one of the coolest superheroes who rarely got his time to shine. Heck, he was good enough to join the Justice League. I think even Virgil himself was shocked to see how cool he really was.
Legit.
Static, stop!
Alright.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
Let's
through
do
all
this.
possibilities.
But first, all this talking has made me hungry for Blue Apron. Can healthy be
User
delicious?
code. Alright, let's go. Miles Morales versus Static. The death battle has begun. I already like the animation.
Where you aiming? I got places to be tomorrow. For real? You attack me! Well, I got more than one electric psychopath to keep track of it.
Fair.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Ooh, nice dodge. Yeah, that's a wicked song. Nice. It's a nice little throwback to the Spiderverse.
Me? Getting zapped? What's up with that? I call that the shoulder touch.
Ooh, dodged him. He is pretty fast.
My taser punch.
Okay. Here's a little shield. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Ooh. Wicked. Oh yeah, look, he just kicked a whole mountain. Or a building. That's wicked. Oh god. It's like a tractor beam. That's wicked. Oh, he's like changing the electromagnetic force a bit.
Stop thinking, stop thinking.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Come on out, Spider Boy.
He should be able to find his aura though, right?
Shoot, that's my ride.
Yeah, thought so.
Okay, you've got surprises, but so do I.
Okay, so he can't use his invisibility. I thought he created a black hole for a second. Ooh, oh yeah, because he lost an arm, so he's going to attach that again. Jesus.
What the
Come on, Miles, you got this. No.
Oh, not cool.
Uh-oh. Are those broken now?
You stupid. All I gotta do is... What? Plasma coil. If you hadn't noticed, this electric biz is kind of my thing.
No.
Man.
No. Uh-oh.
That was tough.
KO! Looks like we're kicking off this year with a bang.
Well, shit.
Or Miles, though.
Honestly, I'm
wrecked him.
surprised how this turned out. At first glance, Miles appeared to have a good chance of victory.
Legit,
He
yeah.
was definitely physically stronger than Static. He would have totally won an arm wrestling contest.
But Virgil's overwhelming electric power put him at a level above the young Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Overall,
Fair,
Static's
I get
feats
it.
were way above Spidey's, even when we scaled Miles to classic Peter Parker's biggest feats. Static definitely had the oomph to take Miles out, but Miles had no easy way to get around his force field.
The variety of techniques at Static's disposal also rent many of Spider-Man's abilities moot.
Like
Yeah,
how
that's
Spidey's
fair.
invisibility didn't matter when Static could light him up like a Christmas tree. And his speed was so similar to what the Spider Sense could give Miles that the Super Radar wasn't that big of a help. Remember, just because he knew an attack was coming didn't always mean
Fair,
he could
yeah.
dodge it in time.
And, well, shockingly, Static only needed to hit him once. See, his electromagnetic manipulation gave him control over Miles's wall crawling and other abilities.
Yep.
As soon as he got a hold of Miles's bioelectric aura, it was basically all over.
But hey, Miles and all the other Spider-Men fight Electro all the time, and they have no problem dealing with him.
I don't think
Why was
Electro has
Static
that
any different?
power.
Simply put, every iteration of Electro pales in comparison. He has no feats of power that come even close to Static, and frankly, he's an idiot. This was
Yeah.
a fascinating matchup, but oh no, not again!
Yay!
That does make a lot of sense. Miles really he was basically trying and trying and trying, but everything was getting blocked and deflected, so he couldn't really do anything. So I get why he won. But I wanted Miles to win, you know? I wanted Miles to win. That's awesome, though. That was, like, I love the animation of their freaking videos. It's so in-depth. They go through so much research of this stuff. Absolutely amazing content. I'll be sure to link this video as well as their channel in the description below if you want to check it out. Make sure you like their video as well. Wow, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Peace.